Instead of giving advice this time around, we're going to find out a little something about maybe.
This better be good because this was your idea, so they better be good questions or at least interesting ones, or I'm not gonna.
Okay. It's 10 questions.
10?
10!
That's too damn much. I don't care. All right.
Have you ever made and kept a New Year's resolution?
No. Most of my New Year's resolutions were about losing weight, and I'm still a tank, so
You're
no.
not a tank.
I'm a tank.
By what standards do you use to judge others as good or bad?
Ooh, that's a deep philosophical bitch. Basically, well, this is really stupid, but I always can tell if someone's a good person if they laugh at my jokes, and that's really conceited because I really don't think, well, I do think I'm funny, but I don't think I'm, like, that funny where people have to laugh at my jokes. Like, I'm no Jerry Seinfeld, or you hate Jerry Seinfeld. I don't know. Usually I like it when, just if I could tell somebody is a decent person, and by a decent person, I mean someone who's not mean to their family without any good reason, somebody who's nice to their significant other, somebody who goes out of their way to help people, I always think is a good person. I could spot an asshole, like, right the fuck away. Like, it's not a problem. And I know a lot of them and have known a lot of them. So, I guess that's it. Just if I can tell that they're decent people. I probably didn't answer your damn question, but I gave it a shot.
Are you a trusting person?
I am not a trusting person at all. I think people have to earn your trust. I don't think it's something you should just give automatically because then you get hurt, and I've been hurt a lot, especially by men. And so, mostly, I would say with men I'm not a trusting person, but with women I typically am.
You'll turn 30 this year.
Oh.
Just
put all my business in the street.
Just pay the fuck attention.
All right.
How different are you than the person you were at 20?
Oh, God. I'm completely different. At 20, I was an irresponsible little prick. Well, I wouldn't say completely irresponsible, but definitely I'm a lot more responsible these days. I'm a lot more... I feel a lot better about myself than I did back then. I'm more confident. I'm more comfortable in my own skin. Can you hold the camera straight?
My arm's getting tired.
The fuck are you doing? I'm all over here and shit.
Pay attention.
I'm paying attention. Yeah, I would say I'm a more confident, well-rounded, have my head on more straight person.
What do you like most about yourself?
My sense of humor. And the fact that people always seem to like me. Because I guess I'm just one of those people that's easy to talk to. People always seem to want to talk to me and be around me, and I like that about me. There must be something that I exude for that to be the case.
What personal habit or trait do you have that irritates you when you see it in somebody else?
Okay. I crack my knuckles all the time, but when other people do it, I want to die. I can't stand it. Oh, and you just fucking... Oh, it sends shivers up and down my spinal column. I can't. I hate it. I hate it so much. But for some reason, when I'm at home by myself, I crack them and it just feels good and I like it. But when other people do it, can't fucking take it. How many more questions are there?
That was number 6.
Son of a bitch.
And this one has 3 parts.
Oh, God, of course it does, because you fucking... What kind of time did you have... By the way, a question for you. What kind of time did you have on your hands?
It's okay, I did it at work.
Oh, well, as long as you weren't busy.
You want to be a writer.
Right.
Name 3 people you would love to interview and give a question you would ask each of them. Name 3 topics or events you would love to cover as a reporter. And name 3 fantasy events you would love to cover as a reporter.
Okay. That is way too much information you've just thrown at my face.
Okay, we'll take it. Okay. Name 3 people you would love to interview and you would give a question you would ask each one of them.
Oh, God. I have no fucking idea. Alive or dead?
Alive or dead. Live ones are easier to get answers from, though.
Obviously. I would want to interview Anne Frank. I would. And I would want to ask her why and how she didn't kill the rest of them up there in that fucking attic. Because, have you read the fucking diary? It's not like her sister was a fucking bitch. So,
Next person.
her. God, I don't even know if I have 3. Probably Cher, because I've always loved her. And I'd probably ask her how she manages to look so frickin' amazing, and she's like 600 years old.
That's no secret.
I mean, obviously she's had work done, but I mean, there are some things that not even work can do, and she looks really good. Yeah. So, I'd probably ask her that. And maybe more about, like, how to really have longevity in your career, because she's been around for fucking 400 years, and she'll be around for the next 400 years. Number three. You know what sucks is that as soon as we're done with this video, I'm gonna think of 50 fucking people I want to interview, and it's never gonna fucking come out of my mouth now.
You can always amend it later.
I really don't know. Probably Oprah. And ask her why she doesn't give me a fucking school. Or a car. Or a fucking something. A bitch is hurting. I need money and things and shit.
Okay. Name 3 topics or events you'd love to cover as a reporter.
The Gay Pride Parade, for sure. Because I hate them. And I'll talk about that in a different video, I'm sure. But, even being a gay man, I hate the fucking Gay Pride Parade. I cannot stand it. It's superficiality on floats. And I would love to document that.
Which we'll do in New Haven come summer.
I'm sure. A good weather event. I've always loved weather, and I've always been really fascinated by tornadoes. I would love to cover, like, a tornado outbreak. And I realize that's more meteorologist type of thing, but I would love to be, like, a storm chaser and, like, have a camera and just be out in the fucking country chasing shit and be able to report on it and post it on YouTube. It'd be freaking amazing. Let's see, another topic. Homophobes. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand. My whole status on sexuality and what people do in their bedrooms, and first of all, it's none of my business, and it's none of your business either, but my whole theory on sexuality is that unless I'm getting touched or played with somehow, it doesn't concern me. Like, unless somehow I'm going to be involved or I'm going to be invited, I really don't care. Fuck a goat if you want to. Shit. We only live once.
And what 3 fantasy events would you love to cover?
Fantasy events.
You know, like Abraham Lincoln rises from the dead fantasy event.
Oh, no one needs that. Fantasy events. Well, probably, God, fantasy events. Something having to do with chocolate burning fat, for sure. Like, that'd be number 1 for, like, at the fucking top of my list, because I love chocolate, and if I could fucking burn off half my ass and have a fucking Dove bar, I'd be fucking happy. That'd be number 1.
That's a good one.
I mean, who wouldn't want that? All of you bitches watching want that. All of you. Even the skinny ones. Don't think I don't see you. Let's see. Fantasy events. Maybe somehow if the Wizard of Oz ended up being real. Go with me on this. Like, if you could actually fucking, like, walk out of your house, like, your whole life is gray and boring, and you fucking step out of your house, and there's fucking little Oompa Loompa people, and fucking, I know they're not Oompa Loompas, that's fucking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The fucking Munchkin bitches, they're fucking little, tiny, and sick, you know what the fuck. And then, you know, you go on this wild event, like, I would love if that actually happened to real people. Like, you could go to fucking Oz and ask for shit, and your wish would be granted, or you'd fucking look behind the curtain, and everything would be all over, and then you'd fucking wake up in a fucking farmhouse in Kansas and feel like shit about yourself. I'm really just phoning this in. I don't have fantasy events. I don't know. Let me think of one more, though. That chocolate burning fat, man, that's going
to be a tough one to top.
I mean, come on. Fantasy events. Probably me getting on Wheel of Fortune would be a good one. I've been trying to get on Wheel of Fortune for the past 15 years. And I wasn't even old enough to be on it 15 years ago, really. But I watched that show, and these people are fucking dumb, and they're not solving the fucking puzzle when they should be solving the fucking puzzle. They've gotten all the goddamn letters, and they're buying a fucking vowel. You know the answer! You're wasting money, you stupid cock! Solve the like, I scream at the television. I can't watch it anymore, because my neighbors complain. I fucking can't. So, yeah, me getting on there and winning a bunch of money and telling Pat Sajak to fuck off would be great. How many more questions? Because that was like 15.
Okay, that was 7.
Oh my god.
Do you agree with the social trend of saying whatever comes to mind behind the guise of keeping it real? Or do you believe the adage, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all?
That is a really good question. I think it's sort of both. I kind of agree with both. I think that most people's idea of keeping it real is to be that bitch you see on television, or to be completely ruthless and to be completely mean for no reason, where honesty doesn't necessarily have to be mean. You can tell somebody something that's for their own good and for their betterment, and you don't have to be mean about it. It's something that I've learned a lot in my life. And I think it is important to keep it real, but I think that society's definition of keeping it real is to be mean, and you don't have to be mean to be honest. Oftentimes, if you're being honest with someone, it's because you care about them, and you want to see them succeed, and you want to see them do well. It's not about being mean to them or putting them down. Or even making it that you're better than them. It's that you see someone who has a need, and you can fulfill that need, or give information to fulfill that need, so you help. And, in a way, I don't practice it, and I don't know a human being who does, but I do kind of believe if you can't say something nice, don't say anything. Because there is a tactful way to go about every situation. Every situation. And, if you can't be tactful, or you really don't think you can address the situation in a diplomatic, calm fashion, then you shouldn't say anything. You should not let it go, but at least wait until you can formulate a sentence that's not assholic, and then say it. That's a good one. I like that question a lot.
Aside from breakups, what's the hardest thing you ever had to tell a friend? Speaking of saying things diplomatically.
Let me think. Oh, God. Aside from breakups, the hardest thing I've ever had to tell a friend. I don't know that it's ever been really hard for me to say anything, realistically, because I would hope that all my friends know that if I'm saying something, that it's because I love them and because I want to see them do better. But then again, for most of my life, I've stayed out of a lot of shit, because, sometimes you see people and they're clearly going down a wrong path. It's not really answering the question, but there's been a lot of times where I've seen friends do really, really stupid things involving, you name it. I mean, drugs, alcohol, dating the wrong people. Republicans. Sorry, Georgina. I'm kidding. Don't send fucking Rick Perry after me, because I'll beat the fuck out of him in that fucking brown coat in the woods. I don't care. But on a serious note, no, I've seen a lot of friends go down the wrong path, and there were times I wish I had said something to them, instead of just kind of looking out for myself and just kind of backing away from the situation, saying, you know what, this isn't something I can handle. There are times where I wish I had spoken up, because maybe it's what they needed. And a lot of them made it out and they're okay, but a few of them didn't. And I don't know where they are and if they're alive or any of that stuff, but, sometimes I wonder about that. Like, what if I had said something, and maybe that might have made a difference. But then again, back then, I didn't think anything I said made a difference, so.
When you turn 80...
I'm not turning 80. It's not going to happen.
How will you complete this sentence? My life was a success because...
My life was a success because I tried to love people as best as I could. I tried always to be a good person with a few slip-ups here and there, as anybody would. And because I did everything on my own terms and didn't apologize for it. It's not true right now, but hopefully by the time I'm 80, that sentence will mean something.
It's a bonus. You want to go for the bonus round?
Let's go for the... How long is this video?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Couple minutes. It's fucking
One
10.
one question.
All right.
Pick A, B, or C. I have 3. You have to pick one.
Pick A, B, or C.
Yep.
Multiple choice test. You don't know the answer, you gotta pick C. It's what you do.
What is your personal theme song?
My personal theme song? We all know that. You better walk. Come on, girl. Walk out down. No, I'm kidding. It's fucking awful. My personal theme song. It's corny and it's probably a lot of people's theme songs, but I Will Survive. Gloria Gaynor. That's my fucking theme song. Like, I was raised by a very strong woman, that being my mother, if you're watching, and
Suck up.
I was raised around, I didn't have a great childhood. There was a lot of stuff that maybe wasn't so great, which is, I don't blame anybody for that. That there are things that happen and sometimes you don't have control over them. Sometimes you do, but things happen. But I grew up around a lot of strong women and a lot of really resilient people. So I know that today, sitting here right now, no matter what you throw at me, I'm good. I can handle it. I can make it out of freaking anything. When I was 21 years old, I packed one suitcase and moved to Connecticut all by myself with like $4 in my pocket. Not knowing what I was getting into, not knowing what the hell I was doing. And today, my life is pretty damn good. I have my own place. I have a great job. I have great friends. I don't have a boyfriend, but that's by choice because God knows there's millions of men beating down my door. Can't you hear them? I really don't make the knocking noise. I'm all right by myself. That's another big thing, another big accomplishment. I'm okay being single. Yes, it gets lonely, but I don't need a man to do fucking anything. I can do it all on my own. I'm independent. Throw your hands up at me. I can do it. I can do anything anybody throws at me. Without a problem. Well, I wouldn't say without a problem, but I'll get it done. It's what I do. I am a survivor. So I would say that, yeah, I Will Survive would probably be my song. Are those all the questions? Is this video like 15 minutes long?
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm posting it too, fuckers. You're going to watch all 15 minutes. I hope you learned something about me, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. You probably, I hope you're not beaten off to it or nothing, because that would really be awkward. Does this help?
Say goodnight, Bandy.
Why would you use my last name? Why would you do that? My full government on the motherfucker.
Say goodnight, maybe.
And we're done.